Okay, you puke those things. Not going to use the health for now. There's another one. Nice. Nice. Come on, I saw it. Give them to me. Oh, it's not letting me pick them. Oh, come on, come on. Nice. And over here, nothing. Okay, good. Stop making random noises. Also, that could be like a cool thumbnail there. You see, you always must look for the cool thumbnail. So what was in the bottle I threw? Like blood? Oh, come on, you jackass! Okay, apply bandage. It was just one. I don't know why you drank both. Damn it. Okay, there's something here. Juju. Okay. The Crescent City. One more for the Crescent City. I need to remember that I can dodge. This. Although I'm not a dodger. I was just go straight into the... What? Okay, this thing... It looked like a Molotov cocktail. I threw it here and there was no flame, so...
I recognize this place. It's Miss Jackson's seance parlor. Let's see if she's got any information on Jeremy's talisman.
Okay, let's see. What do you have in terms of...
He recognized this place. It was Miss Jackson's seance room. The last time he was here, he had been trying to figure out the significance of wasps' nests and horsehair wrapped up in red silk. An image of a dead woman stabbed with hat pins flashed inside his mind. Carnby shuddered. This was no time to dwell on the past. He needed to find out about the talisman and get back to Derceto.
Thank you, narration lady.
It's the talisman, like the one in the painting.
Okay, we got an achievement. In between there are doors. Find your own talisman. Looks a little bit like the symbol from the three-body problem. An old talisman shaped over centuries. The engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. Polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish. Occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture within itself. Okay. Use the talisman to get back to Derceto. Can I look outside over here? Is there anything interesting? No.
I think it's meant for the talisman.
Okay.
I think it needs numbers, like coordinates. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
Maybe. First, before we try that, let me just look around. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, can I use this? It says E. Check this out. E. Nothing. I press in E. I don't have anything for that. Okay, Jeremy's notes. Let's see. Okay, so... No, nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, we got some numbers there. It says 358, you see? 358. From the bigger disc to the smaller one. 358. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so 3. Switch disc. 5. Switch disc. 8. Yep, that worked.
It's showing something. A place? Where is that? Huh.
Huh. That opened. Can I grab the thing? Come on, don't leave the friggin' talisman. Jesus. Okay. I don't have a lot of ammo.
Detective, I was wondering when you were going to show up. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. I understand you are working for Jeremy Hartwood's niece.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're not wrong. We came here for her uncle. I just didn't expect... I didn't expect this. You are Dr. Gray, right?
That's right. You don't happen to have some identification, Detective. I'm not keen on having strangers prying into my business.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, Detective Edward Carnby, Decatur Street, New Orleans. Enjoying the Vieux Carré, Detective? Those old French quarters, the voodoo people, the gangsters. I'm sure you live an exciting life.
Well, it's not quite like the stories, Doc. Just trying to make a living.
Aren't we all making a living? Well, welcome to Derceto, Detective. I hope your time here will be useful. Now, what can I do for you?
But why don't you tell me where I can find Jeremy Hartwood?
Why wouldn't that make for a short visit? I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know. A drink, Detective?
Yes.
Anything brandy?
Oh, you do belong in the French quarters, Detective. Armagnac or cognac?
You know, just give me the cheap stuff. I'm not much of a connoisseur.
Yeah, cheap stuff.
Having low standards is not a virtue, Detective. Let me see if I can broaden your perspective.
What can you tell me about Jeremy?
I wouldn't want to go into details about his condition. Doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Sure. But he is crazy. And he's gone missing. Why?
Here, try this.
Delicious and moist.
Good. Got a bite?
It's called a sidecar. The trick is not to be afraid of the tartness of the lemon. Then, for goodness sake, don't overdo the triple sec.
Okay. What can you tell me about Jeremy?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, constantly worried about events not presenting themselves according to his model of predestination. He complains about things not being carried out in the right order, and that some things simply shouldn't be. Is any of this helpful to you?
Not really. I was hoping for some direction where to look next.
I'm sorry. I have nothing for you then. You should talk to my orderlies. They have been looking for him for a while now. I'm sure they would appreciate your help.
Yeah, also I was just in the
I ran
city
into
with
Batiste earlier.
monsters.
Come to think of it, he might have given me a lead.
Oh, excellent. So your investigation is already underway.
I'm gonna go, but I'm sure we'll meet again.
Looking forward to it. Safe returns.
Okay, good. Chapter 2. So, we didn't mention the fact that we were just in the city with monsters. It was not important, really.
Detective Carnby, where did you go?
You won't believe me.
I was just talking to Dr. Gray.
You disappeared.
No, it's not what you think. Have you found anything strange going on here?
Yes. Everyone is being incredibly evasive and I can't figure out why.
No, I mean something you can't explain. Paranormal, even.
Like zombies.
Detective, I really need you to get yourself together. I can't do this alone.
But you're alone in the dark.
I'll figure it out.
Hashtag title.
Do you want to come see Dr. Gray?
No. I want to try something. With this talisman, I think I can follow Jeremy to the place he mentioned in the book. What was the name? Do you remember something Spanish? Tarawea. Yeah, that's where I need to go.
Detective, are you gonna be alright?
Yeah, of course. Go talk to Dr. Gray. We'll rendezvous later.
Yeah, can I borrow your bazooka? No? Okay. I just got this tiny revolver. She has a bazooka.
This talisman brought me back from the French Quarter in the blink of an eye. If Jeremy can travel so easily, then he could be hiding anywhere, even Tarawea. If he can do it, so can I. I just need to figure out how the talisman works.
Well, you just input in the correct numbers and that's it. Obsolete items have been archived. Okay. Just archive my obsolete items.
While Detective Carnby was grateful to be back at Derceto, he was eager to test his hypothesis. After having suffered through that sinister world, dressed as the French Quarter, Jeremy's writing could be read much more literally. What if Jeremy used his talisman to actually visit those places he mentioned in the book? Carnby felt certain that this was the answer. He wouldn't find Jeremy hiding inside Derceto. He would be in one of those other worlds. And to follow in his steps, Carnby would have to investigate the old clock and the boiler and find out what part they played.
Okay, thank you for that. We need to go to the boiler and the clock. What do we have here? A rubber stamp. Okay. Got a radio. Derceto Refuge. Someone broke something over here. I need more ammunition, if that's possible. No. We go back here. Oh, interesting. Locked. Is this the clock? It's not the clock. Open over here. Hello? Okay, I'm gonna let myself in. I'm gonna use Baptiste's key. Nice. So this is... What the hell is this? Broken plates.
Paul, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
I saw that there was something in the bucket. I saw that one.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is Derceto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at Derceto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the first floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course Cassandra Beauregard live on the second floor.
Okay. Yeah, we need to go and see the thing on the well. Room key number 6. Okay. What? Some sort of equation there. Interesting. Repairing the boiler.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
Nice. Thank you for the clues. Preparing the boiler. Okay, good. What else do we have back here? I thought this is where they kept like the medicines. Patient files.
Cassandra Beauregard, the beloved author. Very exciting, isn't it? What do you want to put down for reason for admission?
What her agent told us. Cassandra suffers from writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career.
And how should we summarize her personal history?
Let's keep it short. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair.
And for diagnostic impressions?
Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administers morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted, and the desired effect is now lost. The drug abuse clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps in her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome.
The Korsakoff syndrome.
Oh,
yeah.
Bravo, Doctor. How will you treat her?
First of all, she needs to be weaned from her drug addiction, and hopefully it will resolve her compulsive lying. Then look into permanently numbing her pain in her back through surgery. Finally, deal with her suicidal thoughts.
Fantastic. With such a short time before June, I really hope she gets better soon.
We will do what we can.
Grace Saunders.
Grace Saunders, 11 years old. Reason for admission?
Being creepy.
The mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence.
Personal history?
Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver.
And diagnostic impressions?
Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she suffered.
Also, she's kind of creepy.
Any planned treatment?
Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings toward her father.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll finish the paperwork and get her installed.
She's been like more than a year here? I think it's 1930 right now. Malcolm McCarthy.
Malcolm McCarthy, 54 years of age. Reason for admission?
McCarthy admitted himself to Derceto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest.
And personal history.
McCarthy claims he used to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some legal dispute. His background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clue that he drops in conversation.
Huh. And diagnostic impressions?
McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people.
And how will you treat that?
McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Their harmless nature will help build his sense of trust.
There's a good
Thank
dog
you, Doctor.
somewhere around here. Elisabetta Perosi.
Elisabetta Perosi, 33 years old? What should I put down as reason for admission?
Well, Perosi broke into Derceto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay.
Right. What do you make of her story?
Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarte artist colony some 20 years ago. A claim that seems contrafactual due to her young age.
Time travel.
She looks to be and even thinks she is 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that Perosi's story is untrue, deliberately so or not.
Diagnostic impressions? Do you have anything?
Perosi's story is peculiar because she retracted her story about the artist colony. She no longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff's research has confirmed there was a Perosi at that time who was in her early 30s.
I suppose this case will take some time to investigate. How will you go about it?
I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. September 29th, 1915, during a hurricane. I will have to take it slow and figure out what this spell of impersonation could have been.
Oh, I'm sure it will all clear up eventually. Thank you, Doctor.
Eventually. Okay, and the final patient? Ruth Tallant.
Ruth Tallant, 29 years of age. Reason for admission?
Ruth's father wishes that his daughter be removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing the family's reputation.
Sounds simple enough. Personal history?
Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. The last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper, bordering on nymphomania.
And diagnostic impressions?
Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse.
And her treatment plan?
Simply staying at Derceto should do wonders for Ruth. If not, at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy towards her family. I doubt she will settle down and become as dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like all the patients are accounted for, except for Jeremy.
Yes. No, Jeremy. A Rorschach, Lagnia Napo, whatever. When it makes you worse.
There's no way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone.
Yeah. I have no freaking clue. I need to find something that says the combo.
I need the key.
Can you use this one? Okay. Well, we learned about the patience. That's good. Can I open this? I hear the clock. And so I saw Wilson. Change floor. Okay, so we got 3 floors in the basement. You see we got clues down there. And there's a clue here in Dr. Gray's office? Oh yeah. There's the clue is the safe that I could not open. What should we do? I'm going to explore these rooms over here. Wilson, don't come for me, bro, because I will shoot you in the face.
I'm not gonna walk into this now. I need to help Emily save her uncle.
Well, you want to fight monsters? We're gonna fight monsters. There you see? It was not like this before. Okay, I got an issue here because I cannot jump, but I can probably move this and put it back up. Okay, before we do this, investigate in this direction.
I need the key.
Yeah, we don't have the key. Yeah, we don't have the key for that. So if we go, this is where we go down. Is this locked? Locked door. The dining room. But we can go down, right? Okay, I'm gonna go and check this. I still need ammo. Try the keys you got from Baptiste. Here? Oh, look at that. Find the astronomical clock mentioned in the commonplace book. Find Derceto's boiler mentioned in the commonplace book. Investigate what Perosi knows. Investigate the well in the kitchen garden. Well, I know about the well. That's easy enough. And the clock we heard, it was up.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana, Thierry Briclot, 1917. Derceto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elijah Pickford in 1818.
Wow, $30.
Pickford employed hundreds of workers from nearby New Orleans to clear the woods and build a small plantation mansion facing the lake with a striking Greek Revival temple facade. Derceto kept a modest production of barrique tobacco and indigo that persisted up till the Civil War.
Indigo?
During the antebellum era, Derceto was the source of many rumors concerning voodoo and witchcraft.
And evil.
People who traveled the lake reported seeing people dance at night in front of bonfires, bleating and wailing.
Yeah,
On
it was a
June
dance-off.
1862, Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army recounts leading a raiding party from ships anchored in Lake Pontchartrain in order to seize control of Derceto and free the slaves working there. The captain was surprised to find the workers fighting back with unprecedented zeal. Norton's account describes these men and women as enraged with fanaticism. Pickford reportedly tried to placate the raiders, but was shot in the confusion. Captain Norton left the mansion burning and retreated to his ships with his men. Derceto was left in ruins for several decades. The ownership of the land was long disputed and returned to the Ledoux family in 1901. Several police reports were filed during the following years as the Ledoux tried to get rid of a camp of squatters on their land. The police made several visits to remove the trespassers, but the people kept returning. On November 1st, 1907, Inspector Legras of the police charged a deadly attack in order to save several children kidnapped by the squatters. Many were killed, and even more were jailed. The following year, Ledoux rebuilt Derceto, incorporating the surviving stone foundation and adding a magnificent wrought iron conservatory. The farmland had been reclaimed by the surrounding woods, so it was no longer profitable to use as a plantation. Instead, the house was turned into an artist's colony.
Oh, yeah.
The Astarte Artist Colony was a successful group of artists, including figures such as painter Heinrich Cassel and poet Nora Keith. The group was also known for the beloved
chapter
Mardi
of
Gras
Ultramarines or something
called the Pirates of Pontchartrain. On September 29, 1915, a tropical hurricane tore through Louisiana, causing Lake Pontchartrain to flood New Orleans. Due to the remote location of Derceto, it took almost 2 weeks for outsiders to learn that the artist's colony was abandoned. The 12 residing artists had all vanished without a trace. The empty mansion of Derceto still stands on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, with much of its temple facade intact. The Ledoux family currently has no intention of repairing the house.
Yeah, this needs to be updated now. It's like a very fancy place. Might have a couple of hell gates inside, but other than that, it's pretty cozy. What are you looking at?
And I will shake away the cloudy skies with the California lullaby. And when you're frozen with desire, we'll put our toes up to the fire, and I will sing your cares away. So let me take you back to paradise. All you gotta do is close your eyes, and when you're frozen with desire, we'll put our toes